The single most important question beginner sports and fitness coaches must ask, but don't. Hey, I'm Sarah from Most Motion, and I'm here with another video for every sports and fitness coach who wants to deliver outstanding results for their clients without stress, without strain. So, before we dive into what the question is, we need to just establish what beginner coaches are trying to achieve. So, they're trying to remember what they should say, trying to remember alternatives to give people, they're trying to remember teaching points and all this kind of stuff. There's a load of stuff going through their brain that is making it difficult to do anything except those things, and that is fine. That is exactly what they need to be doing. That's exactly what they need to do to be able to pass their certifications and just immediately afterwards. It's like my granddad always used to say, you don't learn to drive until you've passed your test, and it's exactly the same with coaching. You don't really learn how to coach properly until you've been doing it a little while. So why is this important? Well, it's because delivering outstanding results for your clients isn't really about you. It's not really about what you say or the teaching points that you give or anything like that. It's about your client. But it's important that those things that, the teaching points and remembering what you're trying to teach and all those kind of things, it's important that we do that. But when you get to the stage when those are automatic, so you've been coaching a while, you don't have to think about all the environment that you're in and making sure it's safe and all that kind of stuff. It just becomes a habit, very much like driving. You don't have to think mirror signal maneuver every time you get in the car. You just do it. Okay. When you get to that point, there's a very big question that you need to be asking, and that is the simple question of why. Okay, now I'm going to give you an example, little story of this in action. So the other week I was at my swim training session, and the very experienced coach said to me, does your shoulder hurt? I was like, no. She said to me, well, your arm is just coming over in the stroke a little bit lower than I've seen it do before. So I was just wondering if you were having any problems. And I said, actually, I did a workout this morning. I haven't had time to get rid of all that tightness yet. My chest actually feels quite tired. And that was probably the reason why my arm was traveling lower than it has done in the past. But beginner coaches and the industry would have you look at that stroke and go, oh, your arm is very low. Your elbow needs to be higher. They'll give you a whole load of drills to do to give your body the chance to improve your technique, because it looks terrible, okay? It looks like you're doing it wrong. It looks like it needs improving. But when you start to ask the question, why is this happening? You can get much, much better results. Now, the better result for me as a client was that I wasn't putting increased amounts of strain through my shoulder just because it looked terrible, okay? So if I was having to go through all of those drills, keep my elbow very high, then my body would have been having to work a lot harder to make my technique look better. It wouldn't be more efficient for me. It wouldn't be improving my stroke at all. It would literally just be stressing my body much more, which is much more likely to lead to injury. Okay? If you multiply that over like many, many sessions, many, many years, then it's most likely to cause you injury problems. But if we ask the question why, and we allow the body to just be, because it's tired, and we maybe stop and have a stretch or something like that, then we're not increasing the amount of strain on the body over a period of time. We're allowing the body to do what it needs to do for every single client. And it's really, really important that we can distinguish why things are happening rather than just accepting that they look bad and therefore it needs fixing, okay? Now, if you are an experienced sports and fitness coach and you're interested in learning how to do all of this stuff, then I've created a brand new course that I'm launching on Friday. It's called Injury Prevention Decoded, and we look at all the industry practices and how they're causing coaches to make mistakes with movement and injury and all that kind of stuff. We compare it to the natural laws of movement and all the other things that we could be doing. So we take a completely different approach, look at the practices that we're already doing, and we can come out with completely different outcomes that will benefit our clients in a much faster, much more tailored way for each client. So if you want to decrease the amount of thinking that you have to do when you're coaching, if you want to make life really easy for yourself, deliver outstanding results for your people, and create a better, deeper relationship with them, then you need to be inside of the Smart Folks Facebook group. That's smartfolks.com, which is where I will be announcing all of the details for Injury Prevention Decoded this coming Friday. So if you're not a member of the group already, come over and join us. We've got all sorts of stuff going on in there, and I'll see you on the inside. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.